guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Paulina. I got the gastric sleeve gastrectomy surgery on August 1st, 2019. And as of today, I'm 142 pounds down. Every Wednesday, I post a podcast on my YouTube, and you can also find it on the Anchor app. You have to download the app and search my name, Body, Mind, and Soul _ VSG, where you can hear the version where you can plug into your car or when you're cleaning the house. It's not the video form. Here on YouTube, you get to watch it as a video. But anyways, on this specific video, I have Nancee. She is one of my old coworkers. She actually got the surgery when she was 16 years old. And she is about 6 years post-op. So it was very different talking to her than people that I've been talking to because she's experienced so many different things. She got her surgery down in Mexico. We talked about, oh, and she's pregnant. She is pregnant now. She's still early. She's about almost 2 months. But yeah, we had so much to talk about, and it was very different, like I said, than other people. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching.
Okay, so we're just gonna get started, dude. We have so many, like, literally so many questions. People were like blowing up my phone. So how I start all of them, I don't know if you've seen any of them. Have you seen any of them? Be honest.
I have.
Okay. We just start by like kind of whatever you want to share, like any intro, whatever you want to share in the beginning.
I don't really know.
Intro. Okay, so like you got it what year again? So tell us when you got VSG.
So I got the VSG surgery in 2013. It was like already going to be 2014. It was December. I got it in that December winter break.
Yeah.
Because I was 16 at the time.
Oh, 16. So, okay, I put 17. So you were 16 years old.
I was 16 when I got the surgery done. And it's like thinking about it back then, I was big and I was going up. But so
How much did you weigh, if you don't mind me asking?
My highest weight was 220 pounds.
Okay.
And I'm like 5'6", 5'5".
Mm-hmm.
But my mom's fear was that I kept gaining weight. Like there was a week that I literally gained 10 pounds. Like wow. I gained 10 pounds a week.
That's crazy.
So
was it just like your eating habits, or did you have like anything else like medical wise?
No, it was just eating habits. And a problem with me is that I'm not like picky. Like I can eat everything. So it's not like, oh, I only like sweets, or I only like chips, or I only like this. I eat everything. Yeah. Like, so it was just, my mom's like, no, like we got to save money and we're going to go get the surgery. And
where did you get it done again?
I got it done in TJ. The company that I got it done with is called Lighter Me.
Okay.
And I didn't even tell you, but come to find out, my sister had done like research on them like a couple years after.
My sister's bugging me. It's annoying me, like, because I know I'll watch it later and it's gonna be all crooked and I'm gonna get annoyed.
Anyway, she found out that they had like 4 or 5 deaths like within that month. Yeah, because
within the month that you got it.
Yes, or the month that she had gotten it, because we both got it done, but we got it done at separate times.
No. And
so within her month, there was like 4 or 5 deaths because they didn't seal the stomach correctly. Yeah, so we're like, whoa, like.
So that leads me to this. So you didn't have to do any like pre-op classes. Did you have to do any requirements before surgery?
The only thing that they wanted me to do was just like the basic pre-op, like no eating 3 days prior to the surgery, or like 4 days prior, and that was it. Like I literally like showed up, the doctor they put me in this like the little hospital room and explained to me like, we're gonna do this and this. Like, do you have any questions? And I mean, I was 16, I didn't know. I just knew I was gonna get skinny and I was gonna look fat, like and so like a couple hours later I was getting surgery.
That's crazy. So you made your first appointment with the doctor, like what was the time frame from your first appointment to your actual surgery? Was it fast?
Well, my mom had done all the appointment stuff. Okay. But I want to say it was like a week gap.
No way.
Yeah. It's
that's crazy, because like when, I don't want to say, like with my surgery, it took 10 months.
Yeah.
From my first appointment with my primary doctor, right, to like getting sent to a bariatric doctor and blah, 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 having to do my 6-month classes and everything. And like, I learned a lot and stuff, so it was cool, but I love to hear stories like this, because people ask me, you know, some insurances don't cover this surgery.
Mm-mm.
And also if you're lighter, I mean, you were 220. Do you know, did they do it by weight or by BMI? Like, do you remember?
They did it by weight. I mean, I
By
can
weight,
look up
okay.
what my BMI was, but I mean, it's like right now, I weigh like 170,
Yeah.
and so,
What was your lowest weight?
155.
155. So you lost. You said you were what? What?
I was 220.
220. So yeah, 155. So that's a lot. That's what,
Yeah,
almost 80 pounds?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like I think that can be my biggest piece of advice is like to people that have gotten it now. It's like really watch what you eat and the portions that you eat, because
Yeah. And that was one of the questions, like, how were you able to like maintain? Did you gain? You know, I mean, 6 years is a long time. And I'm getting
yeah,
close to, in August, it's my year already. And I can definitely see how people can gain their weight back, because I don't know for you, and we can get into that too, but like, did you experience like dumping syndrome, like where you would throw up or like diarrhea? Like, did you experience that with certain foods or no? Because I
um
don't at all.
no. So when I went to the doctor today, I guess that happens based off of how they seal your stomach, whether
Really?
they like burn it together, yeah, like they glue it, or they staple it. Because my doctor asked me today, like, you know, since you got your surgery, like, do you get sick if you eat a lot of sweets? And it's like, no, like
Yeah.
I've never had
Like
that.
you're
He's like,
able to,
well, huh?
you're able to, and you don't get sick.
Yeah, I don't get sick. The only way that I'll get sick and I'll feel like, holy crap, I need to throw up is if I overeat.
Okay.
If
And
I eat,
so you still feel that restriction.
yeah. Oh,
See?
yeah.
And that's good to know, because honestly it's weird, because with me, when I snack, like I can snack all day long, but when I sit down and have an actual meal, like right now I went to Pollo Loco, and I got, like, they have a chicken avocado wrap, and they cut it in half, and I can only eat half, like, and I feel like I'm tapped out, you know.
Yeah.
There's no way that I could finish the whole wrap. But if I sat on the couch with like a bag of popcorn, dude, I can eat and eat
Yeah.
and
That's
eat.
how
And
I
I'm like,
am
wait,
too.
what is going on?
Yeah. That's how I am too. And I've noticed, I feel that that's how I gained weight, because
Yeah.
what happens with me at least is anything with carbs, so like tortillas, bread,
Yeah.
like anything with carbs, I get full
Yes.
really quick.
Yes.
So it's like I always try to stay away from it, just because I feel like I don't even eat comfortably at that point.
That's so true.
So it's like I mean, literally, if I sit and have a tortilla, I'll have like one, or I'll
Yeah.
like have like half of one,
Oh
because
yeah. Like I make those little pizza things with the low carb tortilla, and I'm
those are bomb.
done. Yeah, they're so
Yeah.
good, but I'm so done. Versus, exactly like we were saying, if I was to eat, you know,
Mhm.
whatever, like baked chips or whatever, I don't get full, and I
And
have
it's
to like,
I feel like it's because it's the crunchiness.
I
Like
don't know.
I don't know what it is, but it's
Shit.
something.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but it's crazy. So that's good to hear that you still have that restriction. It's just the
Yeah.
snacking, because that's
And,
my problem too.
and it's a lot of, I mean, losing weight now 6 years after the surgery, but still having that restriction. A lot of it's like a mental thing. Like you think you're hungry, and it's like, no, like that's just your inner fat telling you you're hungry.
It's definitely it's a mind game. It really,
Yeah.
really is. Because that's me, man. All day I'll be like, no, I just ate. Like I'm not hungry. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Drinking. I have this question. This is my question. Do you know, I don't know if they ever told you or if you never did it, but eating and drinking at the same time. Did you do that after surgery? Was that something they told you not to do?
I mean, well, right after surgery, obviously you can't really eat anything, but they told me that like little by little I'll be able to eat and drink together. Even now to this day, I kind of don't like to, because
Because you
you get
get
full a
full.
lot
Yeah.
faster because of the liquids.
And that's the reason why my doctor said never, never, never do it. And I don't. Like I've done it sometimes where I'm like, if I feel something stuck or like something spicy, I'll take a sip. But I used to, dude, before I used to eat and like drink like 3 sodas in one sitting, you know, like
Hmm.
that was my meal. And now I don't. But yeah, I feel the same thing. And I think that's the only reason. It's because you want to be able to eat your food and not have to drink,
Yeah,
or not drink
exactly.
your stomach. Yeah. So that's crazy. So yeah, someone asked me how much you lost, and then long-term tips. Like, what long-term tips do you have being far out? And I mean, you before. I know we were talking before you got pregnant, because you're still pretty early, right? How far along?
Yeah. I found out today I'm only 5 weeks.
Dude, congratulations though. How
Thank
excited are you?
I'm
Are you
so
super
excited. Like,
I'm so
I'm
excited
like,
for you.
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm like, holy crap, I need to be careful with everything I do.
COVID baby.
I know.
It's like
My
2020.
boyfriend and their family, they're like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. When the baby's older, they're like, his sister's like, you know how there's like the baby boomers? Like, he's going to be a COVID baby.
Yeah, like the 2020 babies. I know, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's a blessing. That's super. Was it a surprise?
Yeah. I was literally in Mexico drinking it up, and I come back the next
And like
day.
you were super trying to like lose weight and stuff too.
Yes.
You were on it, and then bam. I feel like that happens when you really get onto like trying to lose weight. People like your body's like, okay, what's going on? And then
and I was at 175 and I was like stuck and I couldn't lose weight, and I didn't understand, like, I was barely eating, like,
yeah,
what's going on with my body. Like, sometimes you do get stuck in a certain weight for a certain amount of time, but I'm like, nah, like this ain't normal.
it's something else. Yeah.
My
Did you feel sick or anything, or you just took a test?
So my boyfriend gets all the symptoms. I don't get any of the symptoms. My boobs just hurt really bad, but I'm like, I'm just gonna start my period. Like, it's totally normal. And he's like, dude, take a test. Like, take a test. He had been sick for like a week. So I took it. Yeah, I took it, and I'm like, see, like, it's negative, but the test wasn't like done, sitting or whatever.
Yeah.
And so when I look at it, I'm like, oh. And he's like, what? And I just start crying. Like, I just started crying because it's like, he wasn't ready to have kids. We had already talked about it. We were going to wait like 2 or 3 years. And now it's like, hi, just kidding. There's your child.
That's exciting though.
Yeah.
And someone was asking me too, like, I mean, you're further out, but someone said, well, you already answered this. Was it hard for you to get pregnant? Oh, see, this is the thing. They didn't know you got surgery at 16 because they said, was it hard for her to get pregnant before surgery? Obviously.
Yeah, somebody had asked me that already. They had DM'd me. Her name was Natalie, I believe.
Yeah.
She had asked me that, but like, I told her the same thing. I was 16. I wasn't trying to get pregnant. And it's like, I've been on birth control for like 7 years. So once that wore off, like, here I am with the baby.
Yeah. So it wasn't like you like we said, you weren't trying to get pregnant. It wasn't something that you struggled with. And, a lot of people, like, one of the main reasons I got the surgery is to be able to, get pregnant. I didn't. So the year before I got surgery, I tried for that year to get pregnant and I couldn't. I mean, dude, I was so overweight. I was super unhealthy.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I thought that I could. And even if I think about it, like, everything happens for a reason. And I feel like God does everything for a reason. Because I feel like if I would have gotten pregnant that heavy,
it would have been a very
it would have been
pregnancy.
bad. It would have been so bad. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful now that I'm like, thank God, because I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And a lot of people get the surgery and bam, get pregnant. I know people that get pregnant right after, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. And it's like, but people still lose weight, which is crazy. Some people still lose weight
because you're still restricted.
Yeah.
You still have that stomach restriction. But I've learned that can be bad too, because your body already, once you get the surgery, you don't get all the nutrients that you need.
Yes.
So it's like, you need to be taking every single vitamin in the freaking world in order to give your baby those vitamins. So like, I have an appointment with my doctor to see where I'm deficient in vitamins because I got the surgery. So
since surgery, were you on top of your vitamins or no?
No.
Okay. Do you feel, is there any symptoms that you feel since surgery and you kind of like align it with that? Like, do you think there's anything like headaches or like dizziness or like
Dude,
anything?
I'm dizzy all day. I'm dizzy. Like,
okay. And then have you taken, did you ever get blood work and stuff like after surgery or no? Yeah, see, no, it's just crazy because like, I don't want to talk bad. Like, I don't want to be like, don't go to Mexico to get surgery. But every time I talk to someone about it,
it's like, it has its pros and it has its cons, and then you just kind of pick and choose if you want to do it or not.
Yeah.
I don't regret doing my surgery, and I don't regret doing it in Mexico. Like, it cost me like $3,000, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I was going up. I was going up in weight. Had I not gotten the surgery at that time, who knows how big I would be right now, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it does, if you do decide to go to Mexico and get it, like, or anybody ever does, just do your research. And if you need to do your blood work and all of that, you can get it done here. You can get it done
you can
there,
request it from your doctor and stuff. I think it's just like, you know, I don't feel, and I'm not going to say every place in Mexico because I'm sure there's other places, but I feel like it's just the info. And like you said, it's like, it's your responsibility to find out the info.
Yeah.
You can make your appointments for your vitamins and all that, because I feel like the vitamins are super important, because like during this year, there was a couple months, I don't remember when, I was not on my vitamins and I got my blood work done and they were like, dude, you are low in a lot of things. And then I was like, okay, I went home that day and I set my timers and started taking my vitamins like I was supposed to. And bam, dude, it was like, I felt good. I went the next 3 months and they were like, oh, your vitamins are good, you know? So taking your vitamins is huge, huge. So you don't even take like a multivitamin or anything before?
At that time I did it. Now, obviously, I'm on my prenatals, and I had been on iron for a while because
iron.
When my sister had gotten her surgery, that's what she was very deficient on, is her iron. So my mom then knew when I got my surgery, like, you're probably going to be low on iron. So that's probably the only vitamin that I ever took. That's the only thing that I ever took was iron.
Is your sister older than you?
Yeah, my sister's 28, no, 27 now, I think. She's like 4 years older.
And has she maintained, how much did she lose? Do you remember?
I don't even know how much she lost, but I mean, she kept it off.
She maintained it? That's awesome.
Yeah, she, when she got pregnant with, I think, her second baby, she did gain a little bit of weight, but like, she gets on it and she went straight back down. And now she's like, she looks good.
That's awesome. And it's just like, it's like a life. It's going to be forever. You know what I mean? I think about that now because like me, I've been stuck. I don't want to say stuck because I'm 160 and I have a lot of loose skin on my stomach, like a lot. And I know that it's going to weigh a lot. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, it was so crazy. I was like looking in the mirror and it's like, you see yourself and you look at yourself like you're still really big, you know? Yeah. And I think now it's just messing with me because of my loose skin, because there's certain pants that I want to wear or like bathing suits that I'm not going to wear. I could if I wanted to, right? To be like, whatever. But like, I'm not going to because it's not going to, it doesn't make me feel good, you know?
Yeah. Like you don't feel like you don't feel good in your skin in that type of stuff.
Not in that type of stuff. Like clothes all day, I can dress up. I know what to wear. That's going to make me look good, you know, whatever. But when it's like putting on a bathing suit, there's only so much you can hide with a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Dude. You know, so it's those types of things. And I think that like I follow a lot of people that got skin removal and it weighs like 10, 15 pounds. I've seen even 20. Yeah. You know, I think truly, I feel like mine's probably going to be like maybe a 10 to 15 pounds. So when I think about that, I'm like, dude, that's 150, 145. I don't want to be lower than that. I sometimes even see myself now in a picture and I think I look too skinny. It just depends. It's weird.
I think you look good for your height. Like,
I'm 5'4". I'm not that tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just weird. I think it's because my family saw me big my whole life. So when like they see me, they're kind of like, whoa,
dude, like, you know? You're tiny.
Yeah. Or like, dude, I remember when I went back to work, like at the school, I went back to work and it was embarrassing because I was like, dude, I'm going to have to face all of these parents, right? 100 parents, all the teachers, all the kids. It was like, bam, bam. That's like 300 people, right?
And it's like all at once.
Yes. And I remember walking into that school, I dropped a lot. It was, when did I go back? I went back like in November. I think I was like 80 pounds down or something. And I walked in there and everyone, right, was like, what? Like, what are you doing? You know, whatever. And it's like, dude, I had to explain it 50,000 times. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was so weird versus now, like my new job, no one knew that I got that. So I walked in and it was like normal.
It was just like, oh, Paulina.
Yeah. And they'll just tell me like, you eat really healthy. And I'm like, yeah. Or like they'll order pizza and I'm like, no. And it's kind of like, cause I remember when I was big and there'd be people that'd be like, I don't want pizza or I don't want, and I was like, oh my God, you're annoying.
You're like, oh, you're so
like you're annoying. You know, like now I'm that person.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. It's crazy how things change, man. And time flies. I can't believe it's going to be a year already. They asked me this. Do you remember your pain after your surgery?
Oh my God.
Do you?
Oh my
Because I do,
God.
but you're way out. So,
No. Okay. So
tell us waking up.
Oh, so waking up.
Mhm.
So you're like on the hospital bed where they do your surgery on. They're trying to transfer me over to the bed in my room.
Yes.
I'm still like dozing off and
Trying to
stuff.
figure out where you're at.
Yeah. So come to find out, I flipped on my stomach. Like the
No.
drain is in me. Yeah. And so the doctors and the nurses like freak out. And my mom's like, Nancy, Nancy. And I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I want to sleep. Like, leave me
Leave me
alone.
Yeah.
So eventually they do flip me over. And I'm like knocked out for I don't even know how many hours. I wake up and I just feel like sore, like
Yeah.
tightness and soreness. And I tell my mom, I'm like, I'm thirsty. Like, I want to drink something.
And you want to chug something.
Yeah, like I
Oh,
was so, I have never felt thirst that bad.
I
And
remember
my
that.
mom's like, oh, like I got you Gatorade for like Powerade because you're going to need electrolytes, this and that. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, she gave me the Gatorade or Powerade, I don't remember what it was, before the doctor had come in and told us like, don't drink out of a straw. Like
Yes,
it's
like,
gonna
oh
cause
my,
you
see, that's
pain.
what's crazy. It's like, those are the details that I had to learn. And then you're like waking up, feeling
Yeah.
horrible. And they're like, no straw, no
And-
chugging.
And so I just drink out of the Powerade and it's like the little sippy one. Oh my God. It
Oh my
felt like
goodness.
somebody punched me in the stomach right after surgery. It was like the most painful thing. And it just felt like a glop of air. Like it just felt like
So you
a
had the
pound of
gas pain
air.
then.
Yeah. And so it was just that pain like has never left my brain. Like that experience, I'm like, dude, if you guys get the surgery, don't drink out of a straw. Like,
No.
wait.
No, I know. I drink out of straws now, and people always comment on my pictures and stuff. And I was like, I think I started when I was like 3 months after. 4
Yeah.
months. My doctor was kind of like, don't do it, but like, you'll be fine. You know, he's like, just don't sip like crazy. And I've been fine. I don't get that, but I did have gas pains waking up.
Yeah, it sucks. Like it was the worst.
Were your incisions sore? Do you remember? No.
I didn't feel anything. Like it was just a drain and it just like scared me to walk or like to get up to go to the restroom because it's like I have the IV still attached to me because I'm, they're putting fluids in me. Like
Yeah.
I have a little drain. Like I feel like a hot mess.
Yeah.
But
And you were young. You were 16.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
So it's like,
did your mom have to sign off on something or what?
I
Being
think
like young?
so. I'm gonna assume so. I can't even tell you for sure. But I think
I wonder if
have
that's
to
even
sign
like
some
they
type
do
of
that
consent.
here. Like, I wonder if they would do it that young.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will.
From my acknowledgement, at least with Kaiser, you have to wait until you're 18 to get the surgery.
Yeah.
Because it's like a high risk surgery.
I would assume. Yeah. When you told me, like, because I had no idea you had it,
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah. And you told me, and I was like, wait, what? And then you said like years ago, and I was like, and I knew you were young, so I was like, wait a minute. I was like, trying to do the math. So now that you're saying 16, I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Was your sister young too? Well, it was around the same time, right? And I know you said.
Yeah. So my sister was, I think like, I don't even know. I think she was like 18.
Okay. So you guys were both young.
Yeah, we were young.
That's so crazy.
But I mean, like we all struggled with weight growing up. Like my mom, me, and my sister, like we all struggled with it.
And it's just you and your sister, or do you have other siblings?
It's just us two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did your mom got it too?
My mom got the lap band.
Okay. How did that work out for her?
She still has it.
Okay.
She got it, I think like 8 years ago too. Like we all got our surgeries pretty near.
Oh wow. Okay.
She did lose a lot of weight after my parents got divorced. She lost a lot of weight on her own, and then when she saw that she was struggling a little bit, she was doing like a lot of research, and it was like when the lap band was barely coming out. And
yeah, because now like Kaiser doesn't even do the lap band; they took it off.
Yeah, because eventually in time, what happens is that The lap band, it's just like a little band that goes around your stomach, and it feels like a little ball that's attached to it. And sometimes your body rejects it, and sometimes your body will, like your skin, I guess you can say, like takes it over. So eventually you do have to get it removed. And she hasn't had pain with it, but she's like, I think it's time. Like, I'm going on my like 7th or 8th year. Like, I need to get it removed. So right now she's in the process of getting that removed and then doing the VSG surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Because, yeah, I remember when I was in my classes, we had like I don't have it with me, a folder, like it was like a package of things. And it was vertical sleeve, gastric bypass, and then lap band. But the lap band was all crossed off.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we don't offer that.
Because they
wanted me to get the bypass. That's what my doctor wanted me to get, because I was big, dude. I was 304. Like, that's when I think of that number. I remember, I think it was after high school when I hit over 200. Like, I clearly remember that because, you get on the scale and you're like, 2?
You're like, holy crap.
Yeah. And then 10 years, man. Like, I got married really young, 10 years passed. Yeah. And then I stopped weighing myself because, I knew that I grubbed. I ate so much. And I was like, obviously, the only thing that's happening is I'm gaining weight. Like, like I say, dude, I lived in leggings. I lived in dresses. I didn't buy jeans. I wouldn't wear things that, like, you know what I mean? Like, still, but I still dress cute. Like, but if people are like, you still like dress cute. I was like, yeah, because I was still very confident. I wasn't like, I hate myself, don't look at me, but I knew I was big. Yeah. And I think like when you're old, like, I don't know. I remember always being like, oh, well, I'm big. Like, that's who I am. Like, having that type of attitude, but knowing in the back of my mind, like, Paulina, like, you're not healthy when you do have kids and, you're not going to be able to run with them. You're not going to do anything. You're really not, So that's
the scary part.
It is, man. It is. Even when I, like, at work, like, I mean, working for after school programs, it's exhausting. And I remember by the time the bell was going to ring, I was like, hold up. I still have to run program. You know what I mean? And it was like,
you're like, I'm not ready.
I'm done. Yeah, because right before I would have lunch and I would eat like McDonald's or like something super heavy to the point where like now I'll eat something good. And instead of feeling like I'm like in a hole, I have energy to continue my day. It's so different. It's so weird, but it's just all the bad habits.
Yep. And it's breaking them.
Yep.
So that's the hardest part.
Yeah. So someone asked, how is your pregnancy so far? So you said you're only 5 weeks.
I'm only 5 weeks. But I mean, it's been fine. I feel nauseous all day. Like sometimes I do get dizziness still, but it's just, keeping up with my water and drinking my iron pills and
and they said the iron pills and all that's fine when you're pregnant?
Yeah.
They encourage it, obviously?
Yeah. Especially if you're deficient in it. That's why they're going to do the blood work. Next month I go back in to do blood work and stuff because I'll be 10 weeks. So we'll be able to do like a whole like one stop for everything. Once they tell me what I'm deficient in, that's when they're going to kind of pile on more vitamins onto me. I just already take iron because I already know I'm low in iron.
Yeah, because you already knew that. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are like, I was something else, vitamin D. I feel like a lot of people are low on vitamin D. I was low on that. The other one, which was weird, was my vitamin A, which I never knew. And when you go to the doctor and stuff, when they say vitamin A, it's very rare. Yeah. So that's like your vision and your reproductive system. So when they told me that, I was like, hold up. And it was because I was lacking in my multivitamin. You know what I mean? So I take a specific one, like it's for bariatric patients and it's huge, but it like dissolves. Instead of having to take, because they said if you don't take that, like something like that, you have to take so many to be able to reach your
it's like a handful. Like I see the vitamins like my mom takes now, and it's literally like a handful of vitamins.
And it's like multiple times a day, twice a day, or whatever. Yeah. And I forget, man. Sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh my God, and then you feel tired and So someone asked insurance. You did not use insurance. You went to Mexico and you paid it. Yeah. Did you have to lose weight before surgery? Was there a requirement?
No. My mom just kind of advised me. She's like, you're not going to be able to eat the same. Like, just kind of try to control and watch what you eat now. That way, when you get the surgery, it's not going to be that hard of a transition for you. So I can say after I got my surgery, like I feel like I was very on top of what I ate and how I ate because I knew like if I go eat some fries right now and I'm like a month post-op, like I'm about to die.
Yeah.
Like,
So did they make you follow something? Like, did they do like with me? It was like liquids and then pure or all that. You had
Yeah.
to do all
So
that.
they give you like the little steps of the increments of what to take. So I think it was like the first couple weeks was pure liquids.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, you can have like chicken broth or like little soups like that. And then it was, I remember my go-to was always like broccoli cheddar soup because it was the easiest thing to find
Yes.
anywhere.
Yes.
And then like slowly you can go adding stuff to your diet.
Yeah. So then it was, you slowly start adding to your diet and then you eventually get to, I forget. It was like hard, but I don't remember when I started eating solid food. I feel like it was forever because I felt like the first month was like, but I mean, you get through it.
Weight. Like you lost so much weight that first month.
And that's what I tell everyone because they're like, you feel like it's not going to end and you feel like it's going to keep going and whatever. And that's what I tell them, like, take advantage because later on when you start adding those calories and you start adding, that's when it stops. It starts slowing down and
it's not like it's just easy to be like, okay, I'm just going to go back to liquids for 3 days. Like it's hard. It's really hard to just do liquids.
It is.
So
I mean, girl, when we try to do the 10-day reset or whatever, I want to do it again just because I want to do it again. But it's hard.
It was so hard. And now I can't even diet, so I can't even
do it. You don't have to worry about any of that right now. I know, and that's another thing too, like when I do get pregnant or whatever, eventually I get so stressed out because I know you're early on, but do you stress about like gaining weight? Like, are you tripping out or are you kind of like, let me just enjoy it?
No, I am very like, I still need to watch what I eat and make sure that I'm eating even more clean than what I was eating before. Just because it's like the baby's getting all the nutrients. Yeah. So if I'm only eating fast food and nuggets and fries, like
that's all the baby.
Like I think of it as like, what am I gonna feed my child? Yeah. Like what is my child's gonna get out of it? And yeah, I'm really early on, but it's like my sister always tells me too, because my sister has 3 kids. And she's like, dude, like people think that once you have the baby, like all the baby weight is gone. She's like, nah, like that sticks with you. And she's like, baby weight is harder to lose.
Even if it's like 10 pounds that sticks with you. You know what I mean? It's like, me being 160, it's so weird how 10 pounds in your mind really messes with you because I'm 160 and I was always like, I want to be 150. I want to be 150. And I told my husband, like, I lost 140 pounds. Yeah. And the last 10 pounds is like haunting me.
Yep. For me, my goal weight was to be at 150. And I was at 155. Those 5 pounds, like
you never got to 150.
I never got.
And it drove you crazy.
Yep.
And you lost all this weight, but those 5 pounds drove you crazy. Like
those 5 pounds, so I'm like, dude, like.
And if you lost 5 pounds, you probably wouldn't even really notice it.
You wouldn't, because you notice when it's a 10-pound weight drop. Yeah, it was just what I wanted.
Man, yeah, because that's what I'm going through right now. Like I look at myself and I'm like, I feel good, And I'm like, but the fact that I want to be 150, like in my head, I'm being stubborn. And it's like, no, I'm not done, like, and then it's like, I want to do it by my 1 year. So that's why I want to do the reset. But then I'm like, do I really want to? I don't know. It's so weird. Every day I feel different about everything, it's so crazy. So, I was going to ask you, so your parents, so you said your mom, how was your family about your surgery? Did they know that you were getting it? Like, I know your mom did and your sister, but like everyone else, are you close to your family?
Nobody knew in my family that I was getting it. Like, nobody knew. I mean, I feel like people had an idea because like my sister had gotten it, like my mom has been losing a lot of weight. And then I come around and it's like, oh crap, she lost 30 pounds in a month. Like something's going on. And I remember like, one of my uncles, he's so nosy. And he's like, oh, well, you're losing a lot of weight. And like always trying to throw in his 2 cents. And I'm like, yeah, Theo, like maybe you should try dieting. Like maybe you should give it a go. Like, And so it's like people kind of knew, but we never like verified. Like, yep, I got the surgery. Like, it is
Even
what
now,
it is.
like even up till now.
Well, now obviously people know because I posted it, but we never openly like talked about it.
Yeah. Like it wasn't something like known or whatever. Yeah, because like with my family, I'm very close to like all my family. Like I have so many aunts, I have my grandparents and whatever. And I told my parents, and then I told my grandma. Like I told people that I was close to, you know. And then everyone knew. Like, and it wasn't like it being like gossip. Like I didn't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously I knew that I was gonna lose a lot of weight. And even when people ask me now, I tell them. I'm never like, oh, I just watch what I eat, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if someone does that, that's not wrong. It's
I mean, honestly, like I was only like that with my family. Cause like my friends knew, like
so everybody. Do you think that they would like talk down on you or like what
my family was like my family was really nosy and very like oh look what she did, like her and her family, da 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 da. And that's why like we were, and it wasn't everybody, it was just like certain aunts and uncles that like, you know, we've noticed. And it was kind of like throughout time we just kind of like started to separate ourselves from people. But people are just like little chismosos and stuff.
That's how it is, man. That's how it is. I feel like that's how it is everywhere though.
And it's a lot of jealousy.
It's hard for people to be happy for other people that are like reaching their goals. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why. It's a jealousy thing. It really, really is. And I don't understand why people are so like that, but they are. They worry more about other people's lives than themselves.
Yeah.
Or like I say, when I see people on Instagram and stuff, now, when I was big, I wouldn't follow really, like I'm being straight up. I wouldn't really follow weight loss pages. Or like I told you, I would get annoyed when someone was like, I can't eat a slice of pizza. I was like, dude, a slice of pizza isn't going to kill you, right? It's just like I was like that. And now, you know, I follow all these weight loss pages and all of that. And I never feel salty. I'm more like it motivates me more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, because I follow people right now that have been getting like tummy tucks and like their breasts done and stuff. And I'm like, dang it. Like, yeah, I'm low-key jealous, but then it like motivates me, like I'm gonna do that eventually. You know what I mean? It
makes me so upset. Not upset because I love that I'm pregnant, but it's like I was going to Mexico for my consultation.
You were telling me that.
Like I literally 2 days after my consultation, I found out that I'm pregnant. And the doctor.
Oh, you went?
Yeah, so I went to my consultation.
How did that go?
It was really good, honestly. The doctor did tell me, like, you know, you should probably lose, like, another 15 pounds just so you like your results more. Like, I can do it.
What were you going to get done again?
I was going to get everything done. I was going to get my tummy tuck. I was going to get lipo, like, my butt done, like, breast implants. I was doing it all.
At one time?
No. So, well, if we only did lipo on my butt, like, just injected fat in my butt, we were going to be able to do it, and the breast implants at the same time with the tummy tuck. But if I was going to do implants on my butt, I wasn't going to be able to do it at the same time. I was going to have to do it in 2 separate sessions.
Because it's a lot. Yeah. Dang. So you got that and then you found out you were pregnant.
Yep.
Hey, everything happens for a reason. That's all I know. You know what I mean?
And
no, but yeah.
It's like when I was 16, my mom had offered me, like, let's go get your tummy tuck, this and that. I'm like, no, like, I'm gonna have kids still, like, I'm fine, like, as long as my weight's off, like, I'm fine. And it's like when I hit I'm still in my early 20s, but when I like came out of high school and stuff, I'm like, dude, like, I can't even wear bikinis because I have loose skin everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like you learn to deal with it. And now I'm like, dude, I want to look bomb for like my 24th birthday. And it's like, well, sorry, sis. Like, you gotta wait.
But whatever, dude. Like, literally, everything happens for a reason. And, you know, now it's just your baby. That's so exciting. You're due in February, right? February?
So, I'm gonna be due in, like, March. Because they had told me that I was 9 weeks or 8 weeks pregnant when I had called Kaiser. And then today when I went, the doctor's like, you're really early on. Like, you're not 8 weeks. So it's like the whole time I was under the impression that I was already 10 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, so you were like 2.5 months in your mind.
Yeah, exactly. So my due date is going to be like late March.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be here so fast, man.
I know.
It will be here so freaking fast. Okay, and then I know we kind of already talked about like why you wanted it. Was there more you wanted to add to that? Why did you get it?
The
The surgery.
ESG.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, like I feel like it was a lot of like a confidence thing too. Sorry, my dog decided to come.
No, it's okay.
It was a big confidence thing. Like, my junior year of high school, which is when I got it.
Okay.
Nobody would talk to me.
Did you tell your friends that you got it or no?
I didn't have friends.
What do you mean?
I had gotten homeschooled. So my freshman, sophomore year, I went to like a normal high school.
Okay.
My junior year, I went to an academy because I felt like my grades were slipping, like I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. So we decided to homeschool me.
Okay.
And so with that school, you only go like once a week for like an hour, and that was it.
So it's kind of like a charter school or something?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And so when I was big, when I was at my biggest weight, like nobody talked to me. Nobody came around me.
No, that makes me sad.
Like, yeah, and I mean, I didn't really care because I just thought it was because I was shy, like, and I wouldn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's because I was fat. Because once I started losing weight, like after we came back from winter break, all of a sudden everybody wanted to hang out. And
But let me ask you this: did you act different though? Like, do you think it was like no?
Because there was only one girl that I talked to at that school. The school was very small. It was like 30 of us. And that was the only person that I talked to. And I remember like I had gone to talk to the counselor about I don't know what, and she was like, "Oh my God, I noticed you lost so much weight. Otra chismosa."
Oh my God.
And so I was like, yeah, like I felt fine telling her because she's a counselor. I thought she was gonna like keep it low key.
And she didn't?
No. A group of kids come in and they're like, "Oh my God, did you guys meet Nancy? Like she got this and this done over the break and blah 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 blah." I'm like, "You little."
No.
Yeah. So it's like after that, like everybody wanted to be my best friend, and even my brother-in-law, I remember, because they would go like pick me up and they're like, "Oh," he would tell my sister like, "Look, Karina, like your sister has friends now because she lost weight." And it was like it was kind of like the joke, like all of a sudden people want to be friends with me.
Yeah, because I was always big. I was big since I got my period, you know, like I think I was like 11 or something when I got it. But I didn't struggle with that. And that's why I like to do these, because everyone has different experiences, you know, like I always had friends, even when I was overweight and stuff, but people do treat you different.
Yeah, I think a big thing with it is that I was new to the school. Like I was literally the new kid.
Yeah.
And so it's like in high school, once everybody settled with their little group of friends, like they don't care to get to know other people.
Yeah, especially you said like junior year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that far like
into it. And they had all been going to that school since the beginning of high school. And so it was just kind of sad to me because one of the kids that went to that school, I had known him since like middle school. And after middle school, nobody saw him, nobody heard from him because he ended up going to the academy.
Yeah.
And so it was just like from one day to the next, like everyone's like, "Oh, Nancy this and this, and Nancy da 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 da." So it was just
really crazy. See, because you were young, so your experience, I mean, you were in high school. You experienced this whole dramatic thing in high school. You know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of people could say that, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. What goals do you have now? Like, I mean, you're already super far out, but like, do you still like, I mean, obviously you know that you got that and you remember that you have that, but like, do you have more goals on like I know you want to get everything done.
Yeah.
you know?
A part of me does want to go back and do like a little bit more of a cut just so that I'm kind of restrained more from eating, because I have noticed that it's a lot harder for me now to lose weight.
Wait, did they tell you can do that?
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Because like with me, like with my surgery, it was like it's a once in a lifetime. It is what it is. It's cut the end. So where you got it done, they told you different.
Yeah. So because your stomach grows, like at this point, My
but what they
stomach,
explained to me is like when your stomach regrows, yeah, it can re-stretch, but then it's like it gets thinner, so there's not more you can do to it.
they told me that they can take like 10% more off. So
So
it's,
did they tell you how much they cut off?
they told me they cut about 80%
Yeah,
of my stomach.
yeah.
So
Dang.
they told me that the most they can do is like 10 or 15% more. They would just have to wait and see until they got in there, or if they do like more tests or whatever. So I did want to do that, or I did want to do the lap band, like just to give myself a little bit more of a restriction.
That's crazy.
Uh,
I want to do research on that because I've never even heard of that.
yeah. And so obviously after baby is born, and then, we'll see
Yeah.
where it goes from there.
Did
But
you like yourself at 155? Did you like, or were you content with what you were right now?
I loved myself at 155.
Yeah.
Like I look at myself now and I'm like, well, it's only like 20 pounds. Like it's only like 20, 15 pounds that I need to lose. It's not a lot, but it's hard. Like
It's so, and I always tell people, I feel like my like first, like I lost a grip of weight, like my first 100 pounds, I feel like was, I don't want to say melt off because I had to work for it, but I feel like it was a lot easier than my last 40.
Because it was like the jump start.
Yeah, and like trying to lose 10 pounds now, it just doesn't work. It doesn't, like it doesn't happen. And I do everything right. Like I'm drinking, I'm multivitamins, everything, but
It's just, it takes a little bit more work and a little bit more effort than what we're
a
used
lot
to.
more effort, man.
Yeah, because it's like, you think about it and it's like, oh, that first month, like I lost 30 pounds. Like, let me just do liquids for 3 days and we'll see where it goes. But it's like, it's different. Your body.
You finished the pouch reset, right?
Mm-mm.
You didn't. You were on what day?
I was on, I think like day 8 or day 9.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
But you did lose weight. Did you gain weight back or no?
No.
Yeah, because people ask me that and I told them no. And I think it's because with that one, it's like you're adding more food. You know what I mean? All the others, there's a lot of cleanses where it's like you only drink for whatever days or you do soups for whatever days and then you're normal and you're gonna get it back. But I feel like because it kept adding a little bit,
you still had a good amount of calorie intake. Like you were still doing like the protein shakes. You were still slowly but surely, it's like eggs have a little bit of carbs, but it has carbs, So it's just, I feel like that's what helped it.
No, for sure. That's literally because it really, I mean, it helped me and I lost those 10 pounds that I was stuck on because when I did it, I started at I was like 172 or something like that. And I got down to, because it was 13 pounds and I got down to 160 and then I stopped losing. That's the last time I've lost weight. And that was a while ago. That was like a couple months ago because I was 5 weeks pregnant. And I remember I did it and then you did it after, that was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't lost anything since then. So it's crazy. And I super work out and stuff. And like my personal trainer was actually asking me like, is there any way that I can eat more? Like more protein and stuff? Because she says, if I want to focus on building muscle, I have to eat more.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't. She's like, you have to. She eats like 1,900 calories a day. And but she looks really good.
I freaking wish I could eat 1,900 calories.
No, but she works out a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, I weight train 5 days a week. Like I literally go every single day. So she tells me, Paulina, you might gain weight. You might see 165, maybe even 170. But she's like, what you need to look at is like your pants.
Yeah.
She's like, just because you see 10-pound gain, you need to stop. Like it's a mind thing,
Because sometimes it's muscle. It's not particularly fat. Like when you gain muscle, it gains to the scale.
And she struggled with an eating disorder. So for her to be where she's at now is huge because she always just look at herself as, big and stuff. So now like seeing her really weight train and stuff, it's crazy. It's like super a mind thing. Did you struggle like mentally with all of this or no?
I feel like I was just scared to gain the weight. And I mean, I did end up gaining weight, but I remember
like I
not
feel
a lot.
like
Definitely not a lot.
Out, Did you gain weight right away? Like, did you gain those 20 pounds right away, or like it grads like every year?
I gained weight. I want to say like a year after the surgery. I noticed that I was snacking a lot more, and it's like I wasn't eating a lot.
But you know why you gained it. It wasn't like a mystery, you know?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so
Like I definitely did it to myself.
but don't snack.
Yeah, don't snack all day. Like,
oh man, that's
don't
so
do that.
hard.
Like, don't make yourself think like I have to finish this burger because it was $10. Like, no, like something that my mom would always tell me, because I remember I would always rush and be like, oh my God, it's the last tortilla or it's the last piece of cheese. And it's like my mom's like, there's always gonna be food.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to worry about that. Like, you want more, like we can make more. If we run out, like we'll go to the store. Like, there's always gonna be food. And so I feel like it was just like, it was definitely me. It was just like the fat me. Like, I had kind of given up, and once I saw the scale going up, I'm like, all right, like I'm screwed. Like, it is what it is.
Just messes with you, man. Instead of it motivating you, and it can work both ways. It can motivate you and be like, okay, no, I need to get back to it, or it does it the other way around.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy, because that's what happened to me when I kept gaining weight and weight and weight. I was like, whatever, I'm doing it anyways. You know, the same thing of like when I would eat like crap on Saturday morning, I was like, whatever, I'm gonna eat the whole week, and then whatever the whole week, you know.
Yeah,
so it's just constant. It's crazy. It's super crazy, man. Let me see. Where is it? So yeah, it was the same thing. Has it been easy to maintain over the years? Obviously not. It's not. But I know you said you feel a restriction still, but has it, the restriction, how do I explain it? Like, do you have, like, you're able to eat more now, obviously?
I mean, my boyfriend says that I can't eat anything. Like,
really?
I'm definitely still,
like, give me an example of like a food place, like a popular food place.
If I go to In-N-Out.
Okay.
If I go to In-N-Out and I get a regular cheeseburger and like animal fries or something, I'll eat about half of my cheeseburger. Yeah. And that's it. Like, if I get it,
and like, do you feel like you're like nauseous full, or like do you still stop yourself from like reaching that point?
I have to stop myself, because if I don't, I'll throw it up. Like, my stomach won't hold it down. Like, my stomach's like, nah, girl, you tripping.
And you feel it, huh? Like, like your stomach.
It's like right here, and it's like I can't.
Really sitting right here.
Yeah, so it's like I've learned that, you know, getting my burgers lettuce wrapped. Like, I can
little
finish
tricks, huh?
Yeah, it's like I can finish a cheeseburger if it's lettuce wrapped, but I won't finish those fries. Like, I'll have like less than half, and like I'll just snack on it throughout the day. But yeah, you definitely still feel like you can't eat anything.
Yeah. Can you tell me, like, kind of like on a normal day, kind of what you eat? Like, what is it now that you're further out? What does your normal day look like?
So, like, what did I eat today? So today we had like little egg muffins and an orange juice. Like, I drink orange juice every morning now. And then for lunch, we went to, it's called Arabachi. It's like a hibachi food truck here in Harupa. And it comes with rice, veggies, and like your choice of meat. Okay. I got like all veggies and the meat, because I don't like the rice, and the rice makes me full anyway.
Yeah, so rice is not, I'm not
your friend.
Rice, but man, it like sits in my stomach.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
And it's like after a while you feel it like expand, and you feel like extra full.
For sure.
Rice isn't my friend. Yeah. But it's like we got that like at 2:00, and I literally just finished it. Okay. So it's like that'll last me all day. So one meal, like one regular meal, I guess you can say, like, it'll last me all day, because I can't, like, I'll have like a couple bites when I'm like originally gonna eat because I'm hungry, and I'm like, all right, like I'm done for now. Like, I'll pick it up later and eat it later. Yeah. And, like, eventually I finish it, but that's probably all I'm gonna eat for the day. Like,
so I know you say snacking. When I think snacking, I think more like things that you shouldn't really eat, like popcorn, chips, blah, blah, blah. But is there any like do you focus on protein this far out, or not really?
No, not really, to be honest. I feel like, I don't know, it's like a mental thing again. I always felt like protein meant weight gain. Like,
Okay.
Protein, like I can't, like I need to stick to vegetables and like that's it.
Okay.
So it's definitely like a me thing because I did reach a point where I was like back in the gym and I had a trainer and all this. So I was eating like my
I
proper
mean,
amount
when
of
you
carbs
messaged me and I told you protein, you lost weight, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
So
Your body restarts.
it's definitely like a mental thing, but it's just it's hard.
I know, because like I focus on protein and then there's other people that ask me, do you focus on carbs? And I'm like, I eat carbs. And there's people that eat no carbs. And then some people that eat no fruit. And I'm like, dude, what? You know? But everyone kind of does like what they think should. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everybody does what they think will work with their body.
Yeah, and everybody's is different. So I think it's just a learning game. And eventually, like right now that I'm kind of like trying to maintain, now, you know, I eat a little bit more, or like I'll have, you know, like I had regular ice cream the other day and it was like weird. You know, it's just weird because I haven't had these things in a freaking year. A year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like to have it again. It's like, holy crap.
Dude, the place that I will refuse to go to is McDonald's though, because that's where I would eat all the time. And I'm like, I can't, because I can't. Yeah, I'm not going to. I was obsessed and it's disgusting. It's so nasty.
And it's like, to me, when I had first lost all of the weight, my fear was eating these foods again and then falling back into my habits.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, nothing makes me sick. So I feel like I'm going to go to McDonald's and eat a fry and be like, what? I didn't get sick. And then like eat 2 fries and then eat a small fry and then eat large. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. But I feel like that's just life, man. It's just, it's crazy. It's just, I don't know. Like a year goes by so fast. I'm sure you feel like 6 years went by really fast.
Dude, I didn't even realize it was 6 years ago.
I know. When I asked you, I was like, wait, 2013? And I started doing the math because I knew that you were far out, but I thought like 4 years or something. And then I started doing the math and I'm like, man, she's really far out.
Yeah.
But that's cool because I know the surgery, it's not old. Watch first. I forget when it was. I know the bypass was older.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it's not 1988. I was born in 91. So it's like early 30. How many years is that? 89, 90, 91. So
like 30 something years. I'm
like
really bad at that too.
Like 31, 32 years. That's really new.
Yeah.
If you think
for
about
a surgery, yeah.
That's kind of scary. When I think about it, it's kind of scary because there's not really anyone that is like old that got it. So, okay, but I'm not gonna think about that. I don't want to be negative. But yeah, that's crazy. That's like 32 years versus the bypass is super old. And like I told you, they wanted me to do the bypass because he wanted me to lose a grip of weight. He said I was only gonna lose 80 pounds.
And see, when I went to get mine, I don't know if it was because of my weight, but the doctor didn't want me to get the bypass. Like the doctor was like,
but you weren't like, I don't want to say you weren't that big, but you really weren't that big.
I wasn't as big. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like the bypass, he told me that they recommend the bypass to people that are like severely overweight, people that have acid reflux problems and something else. I don't remember. Oh, diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yeah. Because
we don't, and it's crazy because even at my highest weight, I didn't have diabetes, and diabetes runs in my dad's family.
Anything? Yeah, I didn't either. I was pre-diabetic. I was basically diabetic, but
no, I never. And that's what I find like the craziest. Like I was super
imagine
big.
5 years later, like imagine right now if you still didn't get it.
I would totally be freaking diabetic. Like that's a given.
You said it is in your family and stuff?
It runs in my dad's family. So it's literally like everybody in my dad's family has diabetes.
Yeah, my husband's family, it's pretty up there, and I always tell him like he needs to be really careful, because with him he carries his weight on his tummy, and that's how I am too. Me too. That's like, me.
We're more prone to get diabetes.
Exactly. Every time I'd go, they were like, because of where you carry it, you're more likely to get it. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah. Because when people carry it, like, you know, there's people that are like their hips and their butt and like, it's different.
I wish. Give me all the fat in my butt.
That's not my body type either. So it makes it like way harder, dude. But yeah, we pretty much answered everything. There was like, the main things were because you're so far out, you know, like advice.
Yeah.
You already given advice, your vitamins. Girl, you need to be on your vitamins. But
I know.
I mean, now with your pregnancy, it's going to like force you.
Yeah, I don't really have a
You know?
choice. And I mean, it's like they recommend to still take your prenatals and everything after your pregnancy to
Okay.
kind of cut out the risk of getting like postpartum depression and like all that stuff. And so it's like my sister got postpartum depression and it was
really?
hard. Like it was really hard for her. She lives in Texas. And so she had to come back to California and stay with us because she just felt alone
She
all
was
the time.
struggling.
Yeah, like she has 2 daughters and she had just had her son. So
Oh,
it's like my brother-in-law works out of state, so
yeah.
she was alone with the kids and like it was too much for her. It was a lot. So
Mm.
she's like, I need you to like go out and continue to take your prenatals after and
And she's
go to
giving you all
Target.
the advice. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister's been really supportive with my
That's
pregnancy.
awesome. Were they excited? Was your family excited when you told them?
Dude, my sister started to cry.
No, yeah.
Like
My sister would die if I told her.
yeah, like I told her, and she has been pressuring me for like a year now. It was like 6 months after me and my
You're
boyfriend
like,
got
no,
together.
you're like, I'm trying to go and get my body done.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want kids right now.
I
Like, I
know.
want kids, but give me like a couple years.
I know.
And she's like, Nancy, like, I want my kids to have cousins, like
Yeah.
birth cousins close to them, like close to their age. I'm like, yo, like, I'm not ready to
Like,
be
give
a
me
mom.
time, and then bam.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't want to tell her before I told my mom because she's a freaking chismosa.
Yeah. So
And I knew she was gonna run and tell my mom.
yeah.
And so I'm like, dude, like I have to tell you something. Like I literally was just like,
Did you
hey,
know as soon as you told her I need to tell you something?
no, because she
No?
was like, she's like, hey, what's up? I was like, I'm pregnant, but you can't tell mom. Like, I don't want her to know.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And I sent her a picture of like the test, and she like sent me a picture, like she was crying. Like,
Oh, that's so cute.
she's
Are
like,
you guys close?
we actually weren't too close. We can't live together. Like, we can't live under the same household.
That's a lot of families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when she was living in California, she and I was still living in California. It was really hard in California at my mom's house. Like it was really hard for us because we bump heads a lot. Like with everything, we bump heads.
Yeah.
And so her being in Texas now and obviously me over here, like it definitely has helped our relationship a lot because it's like I can text her
Gotcha.
whenever or like
You guys will probably get so much closer to now, like that you're pregnant. You guys can,
Yeah.
really, you know, like vibe and bond with that. And then when you
Yeah.
have the baby and stuff, are you gonna find out the sex right away, or are you gonna wait?
I want to.
You want to? Yeah.
I want to, but it's like I don't know if my boyfriend's family wants to do like a gender reveal. My
Yeah.
mom's like, no estés con esas mamadas. Like,
Because it's such a new
yeah.
thing,
She's like,
you
just
know?
tell me what you're having. And like my dad was like, oh, what did he tell me? He's like, just don't know or something. I'm like, no.
Dude, that's what I want to do. When I get pregnant, I don't even know how I'll be able to do it, but I don't want to find out until like I get.
You're crazy.
I know. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to do it, but that's something that I really want. And I told my husband that, and he's like, whatever, I don't care.
Maybe like with the second kid, like okay.
Yeah, but the
whatever.
first one, you're like, no.
But the first one, it's like, dude, I need to know now. Like they do blood test that you can know what the gender is within the first 8 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
So like
yeah.
So like in 3 weeks I can go to like Canyon Lake.
Are you gonna do that or are you gonna wait?
I wanna wait. I want to, but my boyfriend's like,
because how accurate is that? Is it pretty accurate?
Yeah, it's like 99.7% or something.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting though. That's super, super exciting. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people get pregnant after surgery and stuff, but yours is pretty far out, 6 years out, you know?
And I was young.
You were young when you got it.
Really young. So
yeah, I haven't talked to anyone that has gotten it as young as you were. No one. But that's cool, man. Like it was a learning experience. You figured it out. You lost the weight and you're maintaining it. I mean, you didn't gain the weight back.
As long as I don't get close to 200, like I'm good. when
That's how I feel. The
yeah,
chick scares me.
yeah, it's like when me and my boyfriend first got together, we were really into breweries and trying different beers and all types of
Yeah.
stuff. That's all carbs. Like it was so bad. I gained so much weight. I went up to 190 and I was like, nope, like that's it. And it's like we went to Seattle and I see like my pictures from Seattle, like I look like a blowfish. I'm like, why did you let me get that big? Like,
I don't feel like they notice it. Like when I tell when my husband sees my before and afters, he's like, I never saw you like that. Like that's crazy. And he's like, it's crazy. Like you're blinded, you know?
yeah.
And then, I mean, if he was trying to tell me something about my weight, I'd be pissed off, and you would be too, you know.
Yeah.
But still, but then you get mad because you're like, why didn't you tell me? You know.
Yeah.
So I guess they'll never win, dude.
We don't.
Really, really don't. But okay, well, I'll let you go. I know that your boo is waiting for you. But thank you for being on it. I'm excited to post it because it's very different than, you know, I talked to someone that's pre-op. She's getting her surgery tomorrow, one of the girls that I talked to.
Oh, how exciting.
I know, she's so excited, and her date got pushed back because of COVID. So she was supposed to get it in March, and then they moved it to tomorrow. And then she was scared again because you know, like the restrictions are back.
Yeah.
So she was like, they better not call me and tell me that it got pushed again.
Yeah,
So,
they better not.
but all right. Well, I will talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I hope you guys liked the video, and thank you so much for staying tuned with my weekly podcast. They will be up every single Wednesday. I have like 2 months planned out, so many awesome people to talk to, and I'm so excited about it. So thank you guys again for watching this. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, please like this video, share it with someone that you feel would benefit from it. And again, thank you guys so much for all of your support. You guys have a beautiful rest of your week. Bye.